This is your friendly reminder that if you want a relationship where your goals align, your lifestyles align, your values align, and everything works together in synchronicity, but you still have crazy chemistry with each other, you need to figure out what your feminine archetype is and then find a man whose masculine archetype matches up well with your feminine archetype. One of my favorite examples of this, with a caveat, which we'll get into in a second, is between Bridget and Reese from the book Twisted Games. So let's break it down. On the surface, Reese and Bridget are not actually an archetypal match, and this is a great example because you're not always going to be in a relationship with someone who is a perfect one-on-one archetype match for you. So Bridget is primarily a queen woman whose secondary archetype is the lover, and Reese is primarily a protector archetype man whose secondary archetype is the warrior. The queen feminine archetype is the archetype that Bridget von Ashburg projects externally because it is part of her role in life. Queen archetype women, like Bridget, often have a strong sense of duty and obligation. Bridget is described as a girl who has a spine of steel and who has grace under pressure, which are both qualities that queen archetype women have. Even though it's not what she wants to do at first, Bridget is able to successfully step up into the leadership role that being a queen requires. She's also a charismatic and glamorous it girl, which you kind of need that it girl factor when being the public leader of a country, and Bridget definitely has that. The lover archetype is who Bridget is at her core. She feels deeply, she loves hard, she's passionate, she likes to be spontaneous as much as possible, and she is deeply connected to her emotions. The protector archetype is the archetype that Reese embodies externally. His primary core drive in his personal life and in his business life is to protect Bridget. He's also stoic and broody, and he's in touch with some darker emotions. Reese has this element to him that a lot of protector archetype men have that's kind of like dark and forbidden. Under the surface, Reese is a warrior archetype man, which is the perfect match for the lover archetype woman, and that is why behind closed doors, these two have literal fireworks going on. When Reese learns to feel comfortable in the private moments that he has with Bridget, we as a reader see that he's actually also a lover boy. He also feels very deeply. He's a very fiery and passionate lover. Reese has a very emotional core to him that you don't get in the protector archetype man, which matches Bridget's emotional lover girl core archetype as well. Together, even though the protector and the queen don't have a lot in common, when they're out in public they can function together beautifully, but when they're together and it's just the two of them, these two are a match made in heaven. If you want to learn more about the 7 feminine archetypes and which masculine archetypes are a good match for you, you would love my Feminine Archetypes Masterclass course, which is launching this week. You can find it on my website, thedreamgirlacademy.com, or at the links in my bio. I would love to see you there.